also purged a Ghost Shroud with the Wind Panda.
Yeah.
And you can throw him up in the air, even like
better.
Necro's a great hero to just throw him up and ignore him. You once again, it's a purge. We talked about these AoE purges being very nice against the Necro and the Clinks. I mean, I'm still a fan of Quap, but I don't think you said you like that pick. So
no, you just need a beefy offlaner, some sort of team fighter here.
Let's see.
Hang on. All right,
It is going to be the. Looks like it will be the offlane Necro.
I wanted the lane dominator mid was what I was thinking. I thought they'd go like the elusive route, but you said they'd go for this tanky route.
That works, yeah. I mean, we were both right in a way, right? It's a tanky frontliner, but they're going to play it mid on Ori. And this was the matchup. I was told he played against mid one's Viper as Huskar. And I'm thinking that's very Viper favored, but I'm told that Ori
owned. I heard about
shredded him. So I know for a fact that Invoker is a weaker laner than Viper.
Yeah.
And if Ori can have the same result here, I fear that Vici might just run over this game. I'd certainly favor their draft. I think it's much easier for their 1 and 2 to deal damage and like carry this game. Tavo's going to need to have an excellent performance, and I really think Weehaw might have to go Quaswex.
10 seconds
to
Exort's better against Huskar.
It is, but
Quaswex better against everything else.
Yeah, like I don't know how they're gonna take a fight ever. Like they're completely reliant on Brewmaster Blink split. Until that, they have no real ability to make things happen unless Duster has like this incredible game.
Yep.
What do you think about Duster potentially maxing out the Frostbite this game? I don't usually recommend it, but if they go Exort Invoker, I think you need maxed Frostbite to
Just
do
get
anything.
kills?
Yeah, to like do anything.
Well, it's 1.5 seconds level 1. You can hit a Sunstrike on that. 2 points I'll give you. You definitely don't want
I feel like it's not a 4-1-4 game is what I would better describe as how I feel about this game, because you lack so much reach and you need the potential to kill people before 4-stabs. I feel like, once again, 4-stab, the name of the game against this paiN lineup. We've seen a lot of games where people just lack the chase. And like this Blink Clap, the Crystal Nova plus Frostbite, if you can just disengage from that initial spell usage, I feel like you can turn fights in your favor with the type of lineup Vici Gaming has. But maybe they'll just choose the front line. I don't feel like their heroes... They need BKBs, but you don't want to go like first item BKB.
For paiN or
for Vici.
Yeah, I agree, but my fear is it doesn't matter when they get BKBs, they're gonna be unkillable, and that's the thing. Like, Gyrocopter is the win condition for paiN. He gets crushed by the 1-2 combo of Vici. Like Huskar and Clinks are like go-to gyro counters. This is gonna be an incredibly difficult game for HFN to have like that game-winning performance that he had in the previous series, or previous game.
I think this is going to be a 2v2 mid potentially as well. Like Crystal Maiden might start mid. I don't know. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because if Huskar gets out to a lead in mid lane, it's over. And honestly, if Huskar falls a bit behind in this mid lane, it's also heavily in favor of Invoker, because eventually you just can't tank the right clicks from... He is going Exort, and Huskar is a hero with 1 base armor, and so you get that Forge Spirit up with the minus armor.
Is there a chance it's just like 2 points in Exort and then you switch to Quaswex?
That's quite
or
possible,
can you do that?
Yeah.
but...
Like a hybrid?
That's the Smash build. I actually love that style. He used to go Wex Exort, and then he would put some points in Quas later, but I really liked it. You play around, you don't go Forge Spirit, you just play for Alacrity, and you just last hit that way.
And you want to, and I mean, that was back then, but now you want to dominate your lane, right? So
it's Alacrity Sunstrike. I wouldn't mind it. The thing you got to fear is the Shaker factor, where Lanheim can just show up mid with a Fisher, and if he lands a block, Invoker's just dead.
I heavily favor Vici's lineup if Huskar even comes slightly above winning mid lane. Like, if he goes better than even, I feel like this Huskar game is so free.
Yeah, they really don't have kill potential for him. Like, it's pure magical damage. They need their Invoker Gyro to be so ahead that their physical damage output threatens him, and that's going to be a tough ask.
The weird thing about Huskar as a hero is he's always farming at low health. So heroes that make his game harder in the early to mid game when he's still fragile are ones that threaten to kill him when he's just farming. And they don't have that on the side of paiN for a while. They need the blink on Brew.
I mean, Sunstrike's not bad, right?
But they need other stuff to set up the Sunstrike. So my point that I'm making is I think he'll be able to get through the initial fragile stage of Huskar before they are able to kill him.
Oh my goodness, and HFN and King RD are just getting destroyed. I believe Fenrir just stole this kill from Paparazzi, but he's like, nah. Give me some boots. I'm going to own.
And this is part of the reason paiN is a great IO counter, especially against IO Gyro. You're just so good in lane. This is not a lane Wisp Gyro can contest. But he's just...
HFN could possibly be dead?
He's dead.
Wow. Paparazzi and Fenrir are... I'm looking at my watch. 1 minute, 10 seconds in, and it's a quick 2-0.
Look at the mid lane as well. It's 6-4 to 1-0 at that.
Yeah. This is it, right? Ori, the lane dominating middle, and poor Weehaw. You look, it's 62 damage against 56, but once you get those burning spears on Weehaw, you can't do anything.
He needs levels in Quas and Wedge.
Well, see you later, IO. Get it go down again, possibly, or is HFN? They're going to turn around on Fenrir, and now King RD, he's abusing the tree line. Now Paparazzi's in a little bit of a pickle. He does not have Invis. I believe he will just get away. No rocket barrage.
Yeah, he had to remove that sleep there a lot earlier. They had a strafe up from Paparazzi, but he couldn't attack the Wisp.
I know. Bottom lane, the only lane we haven't really looked at. It looks like Radiant. Vici Gaming gets the pull off, so Tavo gonna have to come over here and deal with it himself. Regen rune top. Who want? I mean, Weehaw really wants that, but Ori's gonna take it.
They know he's there. That's a great ward placed by Dire. They know the Shaker is looking to play bottom lane. They expected this Clink's top, and that allows them to see him duck into this little tree area that would usually keep him hidden. Very nicely. Very nice ward.
The lane's on Huskar's hill, and he's got an advantage. Almost a full level. It is a full level advantage on Huskar at 2.5 minutes into the game. This does not get better for Invoker. The only way this can get salvaged is a Crystal Maiden rotation at some point before it's too late.
Top lane again. There's going to be a ton of action up here. King RD, he's almost always going to be low. Obviously, he wants to be missing a little bit of HP to help out his teammate, but you got to be real careful against the Clinks.
Dude, Ori is working him middle. I have not, like, I don't know if this hero is just a much better laner than I expected. We see it banned constantly against TA and Ember picks, but, dude, this is
working.
Yeah.
Because we're talking 15-3 denies against 1-4, and I believe
you can't find Invoker on the CS list because he's actually at the bottom.
He's below the bane. That is crazy.
I didn't even notice that, but yeah, he's behind all the supports in the game.
So, what do you do? If you're Weehaw, what do you ask your team to do? Or are you just like, I got to do my thing, I got to somehow come back? Or do you ask for a gank?
You say, Crystal Maiden, at your earliest potential convenience, please come to this mid lane and kill this guy before it's too late.
Dude, it's just...
It might already be too late.
It's looking real rough.
I would have liked to see him go 2 points Quas if he was going to go this style.
Oh, Invoker. He gets stunned up. Here comes the Sunstrike. It won't be enough. If you get that kill, possibly, but instead, Earthshaker stun comes out. HFN does get a kill top as well. But, I mean, is this... What does Husker do? Does he just sit in this whole lane now? You're this far ahead, you just sit here?
You just chill until you have all the items you need. And I expect Ori to just go probably like phase boots is what I've seen. He just goes for full lane domination and just sits middle and farms.
You do not move from this lane until level 10 armlet at least.
11 will get the kill, so he gets the extra regen as well. And it's going to be enough to save him. Tavo is going to die as well. He's just slowly getting melted. And Vici Game has taken an extremely large lead early in the game 2.
Yeah, I will say part of what I think has made this group be so even is that while, yes, the teams are well matched, this meta is so draft and strategy focused, and it feels like certain games are just over before they start. And we feared for the laning stage of paiN Gaming, it's going better than probably Vici even expected. Like 3K gold lead at before 5 minutes. Like they're running away with this.
This is worse than I even envisioned it happening, to be honest with you. Like I was scared for them, but this is the fear I had for them was not this bad.
Yep, and Panda getting dove again for that bounty rune. He will get away, but losing those bounty, I mean, when you're already behind, right, and you're losing bounty runes. Meanwhile, King RD, he does have the shrine. They're just going to pop it. Heal up both you.
That's just a Spain single-handedly zoning 2 heroes, though.
Yep. I mean, what movements can you make as paiN? You have to do something drastic here, right?
You need items and levels. Like, you can't just... It doesn't matter. This is the first step. They're bringing the Crystal Maiden mid.
And he does not have a freeze, unfortunately.
Doesn't matter. He would have ulted out of it.
Yeah. Because BSJ, you were talking it yourself. What does Huskar's ulti purge?
It is the equivalent of activating a BKB.
But aren't there a few different things about it?
I
think Sin said there was like 2 abilities that were different.
Yeah, there's a few things that are different. It used to mainly be Halberd. Obviously, that's no longer purgeable. But just if you're wondering what it removes, if a BKB activation removes it, then Huskar ult.
4K gold.
Oh, a kill.
5K gold at 6 minutes.
Mid lane, he's dunking, killing the Crystal Maiden.
She should just 2 stick charges, but should still be dead.
You're dead.
See ya. And look at this. Tavo has been stuck behind his not tier 1, his tier 2 tower recently.
God.
They have an ulti too. This, the early point will save Weehaw. It's bad, but you don't die.
It's worse.
But you get
Walk
Reapered.
back to base
Yeah,
with
but
no
if you got
boots.
Reapered.
Don't fear the Reaper when you're this far behind.
You're going to be dead for the same amount. A Reaper would kill you for 35 seconds at level 4.
Puts it on cooldown.
Okay. Y'all are crazy. I ain't getting Reapered if I'm Weehaw right now. That's just not happening.
Both options are terrible.
Yeah, either way, you're not in a good spot. Tavo is going to go down bottom, it looks like, and he misses. Gets the tree line.
Why didn't he Reaper him? Maybe you
Because
know
he
what?
doesn't need it.
They could just, they're actually just saving it because if they use Reaper, it's harder to kill him when he TP's back in. 6K gold, 7 minutes. I'm not gonna say that this game is over.
It's a whooping.
But this is a walloping.
This game is completely in the hands of VG to throw. If they play, they have like room for error. Like they have room for 3 errors and like big ones,
I would say
and
they
they'll
have
still win the game.
room for like walking. It's not over.
Fnatic versus Mineski mistake.
My point I'm trying to say is it feels like paiN no longer has control of whether or not they win this game.
Yeah,
it's on VG to hand them the game back
it's
with
just
a couple overextensions.
It's just so easy, it feels, for Vici to execute this game. Like,
yeah.
Who do you kill? The Huskar and the Necro are going to be just incredibly tanky. They scale in damage dealt and survivability for the next 10-15 minutes at least. And then the Clinks is just going to show up and they can't lane against him 2v1.
Well, there was an ulti committed this time by 11 to get the kill bottom on
Look,
Tavo.
Oh my gosh.
It's level 6 versus 2 level 4s. Is he dead? One more attack. Oh, he's looking for it.
They literally cannot lane 2 versus 1.
That's the problem with this patch, is if you fall behind early in multiple lanes, then suddenly you're playing catch up in every lane, and they can leave one core alone, like you're seeing top.
Paparazzi. Oh, the Sunstrike gets split. No, it didn't. It just
Easy
didn't do
level
enough
6
damage.
coming out on IO. Level 5.5.
This is kind of what, honestly, is getting level 6 on your IO a little quicker. Because you can commit somewhere else on the map and TP 2 heroes, right?
You have to have a hero that's strong enough to TP with you, though. This Gyro is level 4.
Dude, look at top.
9 minutes.
Bottom, pardon me. They're so far into the base, I thought this was top lane already.
And quick note on the Ori skill build, he does this every game. It's the max, the Huskar. He goes max W and 1 point Berserker Blood because it's just such a great 1 point wonder, and then maxes out his Q to just maintain sustain as he just continues to shove down waves.
Gave him a nice
no
get
Soul
out of jail
Ring?
free card.
Why not? I've been seeing that a lot when you go this max Inner Vitality build. Isn't it really good?
He went for the wand. It's too many small items, and I think the wand is better against Invoker because you're eventually going to have that mana battle that he had mid, and he would have died with a Soul Ring, but he managed to, like the first time Weehaw Sunstrike cold snapped him, he lived with like 150 health, and that's just the difference. Is he knows that you only go one small item, and he went for the wand instead of the Soul Ring because he understands the specific matchup.
It's also, a Soul Ring is more of a, I don't want to say it's a catch-up item, but it's more if you're playing like a real even game of Dota. It's just a nice item, whereas in this game he's so far ahead, you don't need those cheap build-up items. You can just get an armlet and phase boots and...
Oh, what do we got? paiN, he spots one now. He can't do it. They're just taking towers. Looks like tier 1 just gonna die to Ori. Bottom lane, Paparazzi rotating. He got a kill on Crystal Main, gets a kill. And it looks like paiN, they don't care about towers. They're like, let's get a couple bounty runes. And by a couple, I mean one. The Reaper Scythe goes down and kills Invoker middle. Pardon me, I missed that one.
He's going Blink Dagon on 11.
This is a pub stompy build.
Yeah.
But you're that far ahead. You're 10K up at 10 minutes, and this is a K a minute.
IO does have level 6.
But as you said, he has no one to TP with, right? Like, hey, I can TP you in level 4 gyro.
Yeah,
Gyro's almost level
Level
5. That will be like a 50% increase on his rocket barrage damage.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
they
under
are smoked
attack.
up bottom, so they look like they still want to make a rotation with this Brewmaster ult. You eventually have to decide to do something, and this is probably their
like
best opportunity. They have a Sentry for the Clinks.
Just 80 creep though.
And here we go. They're going to go in. Yeah, Paparazzi gets a lot more HP. We do see the split. You got to get more than just LAN M, though, I believe. And they will only get LAN M. Looks like they want to just run after Fenrir.
paiN.
Can they find him? Yeah, they might. He sleeps at the one giving him vision. He's trying to run HFN, though. Level 3 rocket barrage, like we talked about, that should be a kill. Tavo says, nah, I'm taking that. But now, Paparazzi's stalking, and oh my goodness, you're dead. Real
Can I just
quick.
point out they got
You
less
can.
than 200 gold per support kill there when they're down by 11k.
And now HFN, oh my goodness. That rocket will do a decent job of taking him out, but Tavo, he's just gonna try to TP, and he misses. There's 1, 2, 3 misses in a row. Huskar
Dire's
misses the
bottom
kill because of
tower
that.
is under attack.
And wow, I mean, still 11k. They're keeping it up, right? It's
Dire's
about to be
bottom
12k
tower
at
has
12
fallen.
minutes in.
This is an impressive performance and this demonstrates the importance of drafting.
Where in the draft do you think, is it just that second pick into the IO gyro that just
Yeah,
countered
I
him?
think picking IO Gyro into the Bane Necro first 2 is always rough, and the Clinks pick is perfect after the Shaker. Like, they have such a great draft at that point, and the follow-up from paiN, like, Invoker is not a good hero against Clinks, and when you lane Brew against Necro, he doesn't really get far enough ahead to have the impact you're looking into, especially when you consider he's the only real playmaker for paiN. And he's a full 2,000 gold away from a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, if it's obvious enough
Yikes.
for Kyle to see that it's a really good pick, there's some holes in your draft.
Yeah, it was just perfect. It was
The
like
Clinks. You're
it was
just like,
beautiful.
this would be, you're just like, oh, there it
Yeah.
is. And there it picks it.
And that it's just like the style. There's a reason Weaver's getting first pick and then first ban. Holy shit.
And now Paparazzi, he's
actually
him,
dead.
but the Sunstrike will come out, and that gives HFN so much golden experience.
How does he only get 182 each?
It does feel.
That should be like
Radiant's
700
top
gold
tower
at
is
least,
under
right?
Welcome to Dota. If you want to win, kill the creeps.
Nope. And now HFN does get a ton of experience. So Crystal Main is just dying middle. 11 jumps and gets the kill. And 13,000 before the 13-minute mark. Oh, do you just take Roche and 5-man down a lane if you're Vici Gaming soon? Or because they have a Roche taking team
Yeah,
with that Huskar.
Huskar first objective is definitely going to be Roche. I don't think you're in any rush though.
This is nice for HFN, though. He's going to get a nice, I believe, quadruple stack plus another one over there.
Almost caught up to the 4-position Shaker,
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
who has a
BSJ.
blink at 13 minutes. You do.
And these Invis heroes, plus we saw, was it I think Nyx Furion the other day?
Yeah.
We see Weaver all the time. We see Clinks. Like when you combine that initial long-range
Dire's
lockdown
middle
or an
tower
Invis
is under
stun
attack.
with another hero that can apply like massive amounts of burst damage
Radiant's top tower
and
is
scale,
under
like
attack. Radiant
Clinks just has a free game, and I just think this hero does too much damage. If you look at the numbers on the strafe, like there's a reason people have started maxing this skill before Windwalk. Like 210 attack speed, and you're juking projectiles. The cooldown, of course, in the patch changed from a max of 25 to 15 when you maxed out. It's so good.
Oh, and look at this. They want to push this tier 1. Can they, though? Landham gets a nice double stun. Oh, my goodness. See you later. IO instantly dead. Duster, not quite dead, but HFN is, and now Duster probably going to be the next to go. They do throw the Necro into the air, which is nice, but it's not going to be nice enough. When you're down 14,000 gold at 14 minutes, you have to have everything go right for you, and right now, it is not going right for them. Weeha's in the jungle. He's level 8. You look at the levels right now. Necro's 13, and Invoker is level 8.
Yep. I honestly did not. I should have seen this Huskar last pick coming. I didn't realize how good this hero was at crushing lanes. But if this is the result you can expect, I think this is a hero we'll see much more as this tournament progresses.
What about the phase boots on Huskar? You like that? I mean, it's owning right now, but is that like, is it good? Instead of treads or even just brown
The
boots?
hero's only limitation is his ability to walk around the map.
Yeah.
So the phase boots are nice,
Radiant's
not only for
bottom
that,
tower
but
is
also
under
because you have an
attack.
innate attack speed buff, so
Yep,
it
it's true.
synergizes well for the damage.
Yep.
Like, you used to go treads for the tread swapping, and
just
now
don't
I
need
just,
it.
yeah, you just don't need it, basically.
And you don't need the health, you don't need the attack speed, and that's the main thing treads give you. So you can argue for the oh,
Well,
wow.
here we go. Oh, he does miss the stun up on King RD. Can they bring him down? They still do. Almost to save their Fenrir is like, I'm going to find someone else. Can't quite. And Well, they get HFN, and if you lock down Weeaw's a great middle player, but if you lock down HFN, I mean, he's almost always paiN's win condition, and they're doing a good job at that.
Yeah, this is a game where you look at the heroes on Vici's lineup, and as Kyle mentioned, it's not hard for them to play with an advantage. These heroes, they don't have some mechanical way to throw the game. They're just going to walk down lanes, take objectives. Necro's already pushing top. He even has a blink Dagon, and you still can't kill him. Like, it's not like this guy's itemizing to be unkillable. He's just unkillable anyway.
Yep.
And that's just
you just
feels
follow
bad
the
then.
script at this point. Like, you're just so far ahead.
He's setting up on bottom. Necro, he's going to kill the Brewmaster with Dagon.
He can just keep chasing after Weeaw. Weeaw can ghost walk in about 2 seconds here. But here we go. They're going to try to turn, yeah. Can they get 11? He goes to Strength Treads. The Meteor will do a decent chunk of damage here. Rocket will get vision, and they get him, yeah. Top lane. It's going to get pushed in, but...
paiN setting up on the relocate mid as well.
Oh my goodness, they're going straight in. It looks going to be a buyback from Tavo into the base. Sunstrike will miss. Fenrir is just going to get right-clicked down, and a little greedy there, but you do force Panda to buy back, and, well, his blink real far away at 17 minutes.
And just, again, I've repeated this once per day, most likely, but the net worth differential was changed to reward you with bonus gold based on the net worth of the hero you kill compared to your own. It has nothing to do with teams' valuations anymore. So yeah, Fenrir's in the base and he feeds, and it's a little strange, but he's 9th in net worth, 213 gold.
Nothing.
Drop in the bucket.
That's 1 creep wave, right? Maybe less than a creep wave.
Yeah,
What level is he? Yeah, it's less than a creep wave at this point. In 15 minutes, an extra creep starts spawning.
Yeah, that's just crazy. They do go the jumps on Gyro this game, maybe try to get a little early game pressure, and they are sticking together. But a line is being drawn. Paparazzi going to scout something out, but there's a sentry. We'll have to be a little careful. Or he's going to run in, but he won't care. He's just going to leap through. Can they just get the killer? He might need 1 more. Won't be enough, because he will be saved, luckily, by King RD.
That's 8 stacks.
not even close.
And now they're just going to push uphill. As you saw, they already took the Aegis cold snap. It was used on someone I actually didn't even see.
It was on the Huskar, but he like evaded a bunch of tower shots with the halberd.
The thing is, if they don't even need to push, to be honest. If they just get a BKB on Huskar and Clinks, there's literally nothing paiN's heroes can do. And that's something I didn't recognize till just now, but a complete lack of BKB piercing disabler damage on paiN's lineup.
Look at this damn GD Queen. He's actually going to leap over. They get the stun. Ori, you're in a little bit of a pickle. He does have the Aegis. A nice call in from HFN, zoning them all out, but it's not really going to do any damage. It's zoning. Same with Tavo. See you later, King RD. Instantly Dagon Reaper. Now HFN, he is getting handled. There's no one to save you this time, big guy. He's going to go down. A throw up in the air on Ori in the backline. Duster, it's about the best ult you can hope for from a level 7 Queen of paiN right here. That is going to be a tier 3 tower. Will get slowed down by Tavo with the bruise. And, well, your Rax is going down at 18 minutes here, and you used all your ultis to only lose a fight 3-0, and it's a good game called. Wow, an absolute, I'll say it was a massacre, an absolute massacre.
It was a shellacking.
Yeah.
Like a painful game to watch.
And it was 25-8 in the score, right? But I would say this was far worse than like the 27-0 of some of like the Liquid EG games. This 25-8 was far worse. It was bad.
Yeah, this is the most one-sided game I've seen in like a year or so, if not more. Like that was, I think the game was over at 3 minutes. And
3 minutes. What about draft?
I was gonna say maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
And
like,
why is that? Was it just the middle lane or the combination?
The matchups, and then you started to get, like you died twice top in like the first minute and a half. Yeah. You were already down a level at 2 minutes in the mid lane, and you're Necro bottom, so he's gonna win.
You're not only losing all your lanes, you're losing all your lanes with no roaming potential whatsoever.
Yeah, there's no comeback potential.
There's no one that can actually impact a lane or say, like we've talked a lot about how, some mid player, he's losing mid, he's level 4, level 5, and he'll rotate, he'll make things happen.
Yeah.